Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. So, this is a video on 12 different artists who, I'm just not a fan of. Some of them I dislike, some of them I don't mind, but, I'm just not a fan of them. Or, maybe at some point I was a fan. So, I'm going to be showing you top 12 songs by artists that I dislike. And as always, wherever this is going to be, thank you for my members. I now have 15. The latest is Pow, who's been a great supporter of mine over the years on Patreon and YouTube. So thank you very much, Pow. Okay, here we go. I'm going to move myself over. Yeah. That wasn't too bad. And here we go. And please don't laugh at my selections. Thank you. You might for one or two of them. And as always, please remember to like the video. It really does help my channel, and my videos get out there, hopefully. And leave a comment below after you watch the video. And make sure you're subscribed. Thank you. Here we go. Number 12. I'm so embarrassed. No, the story with this particular song, which I've told before a couple of years ago, is I was going through a very painful marriage breakup in 2012. And, I was in my car, and I usually don't listen to the radio, but this time I did. I had the radio on, and I was driving home, kind of teary-eyed, emotional, depressed. And this and this song came on, and I probably had heard it before, but I didn't realize it was Nickelback, who even back then I wasn't a fan of. But I was, concentrating on the lyrics. And the lyrics just, they connected with me at the time, and it made me get more emotional. And so I guess I have a little soft spot in my heart for the song Photograph by Nickelback. Otherwise, I hate them. All right, number 11. Yeah, they are a good band. I love Flea, great, amazing bassist, and he's a Sparks fan. But I've never bought any Red Hot Chili Peppers albums, never had any interest in buying them. And the one song that I do like, although, back when I used to work, I'd hear it on the radio so much, of course, they overplayed it. But, today I do still like the song a lot. And it's Under the Bridge by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Number 10. When you call my name. That's all the lyrics I know. I promise. I used to buy Madonna albums back in the day. Don't tell anybody I said that. No, I think I only bought one or two. But I actually did like a Prayer, the whole album at the time. Today I'm not a fan. But I still really do like the song Like a Prayer. So let's move on, because this is getting embarrassing. Number 9. Yeah. This band gets a lot of bashing on the internet, of course, but they do have their fans. And once again, I've never really liked any of their songs that I have heard, except for My Sacrifice, which I think is a very good song. So It's number 9. Number 8. Oh, and as always, please let me know which of these songs you agree with or disagree with. And also, I'd be interested for bands or solo artists that you don't like, but there's one song of theirs that you love. Let me know in the comment section below. Number 8. Yeah, I'm always joking about Guns N' Roses, and I'm definitely not a fan of the band, especially today. But back in the day, I did buy two of their albums, not Appetite for Destruction, Use Your Illusion, 1 and 2, the two separate albums. And I kind of liked them, those albums for a bit. But I kind of grew out of that phase pretty quickly. But when I did hear Welcome to the Jungle on the radio, even though once again it's so overplayed, I think it's a great rock song. So, unlike their other songs. So that's number 8. Number 7. Once again, definitely one of my least favorite bands. I know sometimes we make these videos, 10 bands I hate. And, if I did one of those, I would include Bon Jovi, but hate is a very strong word. I don't hate any band, right? But I dislike Bon Jovi, the band. But You Give Love a Bad Name is definitely a great rock song, in my opinion. Let me know if you agree in the comment section below. All right. Number 6. Yeah, another band that gets a certain amount of hate on the internet. Coldplay. I always figured, I always kind of used to think of them, maybe even today, as trying to be the next U2 and kind of succeeding at it because, they've had a lot of success, of course. And I don't dislike them. I don't dislike their songs overall. I just think they're bland and not that interesting. And the one song I do like is Viva La Vida. So that's number 6. Number 5. Now, this is a little different because back in the early years of Kiss, their debut album in 1974, I was a Kiss fan. I loved their debut album. Hotter Than Hell, not as much, but mainly because of the poor production. And Dressed to Kill was okay. I loved Kiss Alive. And Destroyer was good. And then I just totally lost interest in them. And then when they lost, of course, Ace Frehley and Peter Criss, I just never had any interest in them. And any songs I did hear, I did not like. But when this song came out from their album Revenge, and I just loved it. I loved Gene Simmons' vocals on it. Once again, it's just a great rockin' tune. So, way to go, later Kiss. You recorded a great song. Number 4. Yeah, Heart. Definitely a talented band. And I did like early Heart, but the only song I really, really loved, Barracuda. Of course, I love that, just like most rock fans do. But I've just heard it so much that it's actually turned me off the song. So I'm not really a fan of that song anymore. And the only song I really still love is Magic Man. But once again, it's still, overplayed on the radio, unfortunately. But that's number 4. Number 3. It's Not Nice to Laugh. Yeah, Motley Crue, definitely not a fan. But when that song came out, Dr. Feelgood, and the video and all that, I loved it. Not that I wanted to rush out and buy the album, but it's definitely the one great, for me, the one great Motley Crue song. Number 2. Yeah, not a bad band, and I used to buy Foghat albums back in the 70s, but they were, really not that interesting overall. And I just lost interest in them after, 2 or 3 years. But the one song I will always love is Slow Ride. Take it easy. Thank you. What's number 1? I don't know. I forget what I have as number 1. I'm old. I'll find out in a second. Here we go. Yeah. Now, back in the 70s, I was sort of a fan of Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And, Brain Salad Surgery. That was actually the only full album that I really liked back then. But when I've heard it since, and I just don't care for them anymore. But once again, the one song that I've always loved by them, and I think always will, is Lucky Man. So that's my favorite out of the 12. And I'm sure, there's lots more. I could even do another one of these videos at some point. But let me know what you think about the the songs I chose and which ones you agree and disagree with. And I know, some of you are fans of some of these artists, and it's just, we like what we like. I'm really not, even with Nickelback. If you love Nickelback, seriously, good for you, right? They're just not my kind of band. Just like, some of you might not like Sparks or Frank Zappa or Ween or whoever. And that is it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.